Okay, today I'm going to do a quick video to show you how to adjust your forward pedal, if you will. It's not so much the pedal, there's a linkage in the tractor itself that causes your tractor to creep forward. I'm going to show you what I mean first off by turning it on and putting it in drive, and then I will show you how to fix that. Now before we do that, note that I have jacked up the rear tires off the ground. I have chalked the front tires, and then I have, using this lever right here, which I pulled all the way back, I've disengaged the four-wheel drive. So four-wheel drive is off. So with that said, let's start up the tractor. And you could step back a little bit. Let me put this in neutral. All right. Now, watch what happens when I put it in gear. Notice the wheels are automatically turning. If I rev it up, they go even faster. Obviously, that's a problem that's difficult to control. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. What you're going to need is a Phillips head screwdriver, a 13mm socket. I think you need a 14, it might be a 15mm wrench, and an adjustable wrench. If I've forgotten any tools, that's all I can think of, then I'll let you know in the video here. All right, hit pause. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to get to a linkage that is underneath this panel right here. And so I'm going to remove this bolt here, the one on the other side. Then there's a Phillips head screw that's got to come out here and here. If you have a cover over here, let's go to the other side of the tractor. If you have a knob right here, just pull that straight off. I'll put that on the sink. If you have a knob right here, you're going to need an Allen key to loosen it up. I lost mine somewhere, so I got to find it. And if you have an add-on pedal, then pull it off. If yours looks like that, then there's nothing else to do. So with that said, I'm going to take this 13mm, set it to reverse, and start taking out these bolts. This, by the way, is also the panel that you remove if you want to bypass your Rio sensor. And I got my 11-year-old here helping me with the filming. Here is what you remove: a bolt, a little spacer, and a washer. Technically, it goes on in this order right here. All right, set that up on the seat. Now let me go ahead and remove the screw on this side. Just a Phillips head screw and a little washer. Got to be careful if you're going to leave these on the tractor, because if you start the tractor to test, the vibrations can knock them off and you'll lose them. I think that's how I lost my knob, and I think it got swept up and thrown away from the garage at some point. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. Remove this screw and its associated washer, and I'll just put it down in, let me clean that out. Put it down in here and remove this bolt right here. Feel free to fast forward these sections of the YouTube video if you would like. It's hard to do these videos real time and make them interesting. I don't monetize any of these, so I don't mind if you skip forward. It doesn't help or hurt me one way or the other. These are just to try to help folks fix their tractors. And again, there's the spacers. I'm going to tuck that away in here. And then you can remove this panel. And this panel you kind of lift up here and just kind of pull it out. lift it up over here. I may have to go to the other side of the tractor. There it is. Just comes out like this, okay? When you put it back in, this lip right here is gonna go underneath the metal frame from the seat down here where my hands are. So this goes underneath, and then these external lips right here, notice that there's a height difference on them. These go on top of the metal, but underneath these plastic pieces. You'll see that when we put it back together. All right, let me set this thing down. Just set it out of the way for now. And now let's look at what we've got right here. When you press either of these pedals, just focus on this mechanism right here. All right, can you see this really good? You can get the camera down low if you want to get a straight shot. There you go. Make sure your hand isn't, see? All right, so we're looking at this linkage here. When you press the forward pedal, notice it moves like this. When you press the reverse pedal, it moves back. All right. So what happens is this cylinder here, it may have gone bad. At mine, I had to replace mine, and I thought that would fix the issue. It didn't fix the issue, but it was still bad. And the way it had damaged is the head of it. It was an older style cylinder, and the head of it had almost completely stripped off the screw that holds it together, so it elongated itself. Okay, so I replaced that, and that's easy enough. You just pop off this nut here, and then you kind of have to take off the rear tire and access it, and there's a easy enough bolt to remove it. What I'm going to show you now though is adjusting this forward and back. So for that, I'm going to take, I think it's a 14 millimeter. Let's try a 15 millimeter wrench. All right, and then that's going to grab onto this. It's a little bit loose, but I think that's going to work. Let me see what my 14 does. Yeah, too small. So, yep, just go ahead and film here. So we've got this, and to loosen it, it's going to be moving down. Okay, so you'll put it on and you'll push it down. And then you'll need a different wrench. In this case, I'm using an adjustable wrench to kind of hold this in place. So first thing I'm going to do is loosen that back bolt. All right. Now, the way this bolt adjusts is this little bolt here is welded or permanently, I think it's probably machined with this larger piece here, but it's offset. So watch what happens when you rotate it. Get the camera real close in there and watch what happens when you rotate it. Let me do it by hand. As you rotate it, notice how it moves the linkage forward and back, okay? And let's see if we can tighten that. Forward and back, okay? As the position of this kind of does this motion here. And that lets you do some micro adjustments. I hope that one of these settings is going to fix the tractor's motion. So what I'm going to do now is turn on the tractor, put it in drive, and then I'm going to spin this, and hopefully one of the settings is going to cause the wheels to stop moving forward. If it doesn't, then we've got bigger problems. Go ahead and hit pause. All right, here we go, turning on the tractor. Putting it in drive. Interesting. Now, no, stand back. Now the wheels are actually going in reverse. But watch the wheels as I turn this mechanism. Now they're going forward. Keep turning it. Now they're really going forward. A little more. And now they slow down. They're almost completely stopped. Both sides. That's probably pretty good there. Let's see. I think I'm happy with that. They're not moving anymore. So now I'm going to tighten the nut while I try to hold that into position. position. Well, it looks like I accidentally moved it. So let's try again. Okay, it looks like that was it. It just took a little bit of playing to get it in the right position and then locking that nut. I almost wish I had a little bit of a longer wrench to really crank on that nut, because we'll see maybe the vibrations are causing it to loosen up and allowing that bolt to shift a little bit. If it happens again, then I'll maybe add some red Loctite or something like that to really lock that bolt down. But for now, that's how you fix that. I'm not going to, well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you putting back the shield if you want to see that. Keep watching, otherwise you can end the video now. Go ahead and pause. All right, so we're back here. We're going to put this on. It actually, believe it or not, is a lot faster if you have two people, because you have to push down on the diff lock lever sometimes to get this thing on. But it's also easier if you start from this side. Put it in neutral. Kind of set that in where it goes. Remember, this top tab goes underneath, and you got to reach down and pull down this diff lock to get it on there. And let's see. So come film this close right here. So this piece here goes on top of the metal frame and underneath the plastic. The middle part of the plastic goes underneath the metal frame. There it is. And pull that diff lock pedal down so it sticks out. There it is. And we are on. Okay, so that's on. So then you take your bolt, you can take the spacer, and let's see, film right here first. You can put the spacer in there first if you want, and then get your bolt through it. Go ahead and tighten down that bolt. You can pause the video. Okay, so we got both of these bolts in over here, and now I'm putting the screws. They just lock in. You have your knob, just line it up. There's a flat spot to kind of key it, so it really can't go on the wrong way. If you have a diff lock pedal, This one I got off eBay for 10 bucks. It is 3D printed plastic. I figured it would last like an hour, and it's lasted all winter long. So I'm really impressed with that for 10 bucks. If you have a center knob, again, put that on. There's a little Allen key bolt that you'll have to lock in, hold it in place. I need to find mine. Then the last thing I have to do is to put this last screw in here. But I think you guys understand now how to fix your creeping John Deere 1025R tractor. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.